Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a story that's making waves in the anime industry, and it's all about the growing debate over artificial intelligence in animation production. Ufotable and Aniplex, two of the biggest names in anime, have just made their stance crystal clear. They're saying no to AI in their productions. And this announcement came at a pretty significant moment. So let's break down what happened, why this matters, and what it means for the future of anime. Alright, so here's what went down. During the Astra Film Awards ceremony, representatives from Ufotable and Aniplex took the stage and made a very public declaration about their position on artificial intelligence. They stated clearly that their priority will continue to be human talent, not AI-generated content. Now, for those who might not be familiar with these companies, let me give you some context. Ufotable is the legendary animation studio behind some of the most visually stunning anime of recent years. We're talking about Demon Slayer, Fate/Zero, Fate/Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, and the Garden of Sinners films. These guys are known for their incredible attention to detail, their beautiful animation, and their unique visual style that blends traditional 2D animation with digital effects. Aniplex, on the other hand, is one of Japan's major anime production and distribution companies. They're part of the Sony Music Entertainment Japan group and have been behind countless hit series. They frequently collaborate with Ufotable, including on the massively successful Demon Slayer franchise. So when these two industry giants make a statement like this, people pay attention.
How do you think AI will eventually impact anime? Do you think it's for the better or for the worse? Because it is such a craft for the artist.
I will be very careful on how I approach and talk about AI, but what I will say is at our studio, with Aniplex and Ufotable, you'll continue to work with our hand-drawn artists, our writers, our voice actors, and the talent that help bring this emotion to the big screen for everyone.
I love that so much. Well, good luck tonight and welcome to the Astra Awards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
According to the studio representatives, while AI might be able to assist with certain technical processes, it cannot replace real human emotions. This is crucial to understand. They're not completely dismissing technology, but they're drawing a very clear line in the sand about what matters most in anime production. The statement emphasized that animators, screenwriters, and voice actors remain the central pillars for creating genuine connections with audiences. Think about what makes anime special. It's not just the visuals or the story in isolation. It's the way human creativity, emotion, and artistic vision come together to create something that resonates with people on a deep level. When you watch a scene in Demon Slayer and you feel that emotional impact, when you get goosebumps during an epic fight sequence, or when a character moment makes you cry, that's the result of human artists pouring their hearts into every frame, every line of dialogue, every musical cue. That's something AI simply cannot replicate, at least not in a way that feels authentic. Now, this declaration didn't come out of nowhere. It happened right after Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, the new chapter in the Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba saga, was honored at the awards ceremony. And let me tell you, this film is a perfect example of why Ufotable's commitment to handcrafted animation matters. The Infinity Castle arc has been highly anticipated by fans, and the first part of this trilogy has absolutely crushed it at the box office. We're talking about over $800 million in global box office revenue. Let me repeat that, $800 million. That's an absolutely massive number that puts Demon Slayer among the highest-grossing anime films of all time. This success proves something really important. Quality and visual identity still matter tremendously to audiences. In an age where studios are constantly looking for ways to cut costs and speed up production, Ufotable has shown that investing in traditional, high-quality animation actually pays off, both creatively and financially. The film has moved fans around the world, creating emotional connections that drive people to theaters multiple times. That's the power of human artistry. That's what happens when skilled animators, directors, writers, and voice actors collaborate to create something meaningful. Now, let's talk about the broader context here, because this isn't happening in a vacuum. The anime industry, like many creative industries, is currently grappling with the rise of AI technology. Some studios are experimenting with AI tools to help with various aspects of production, particularly to address some of the industry's well-known challenges. The anime industry has been facing serious issues for years. Animators are often overworked and underpaid, production schedules are brutal, and there's always pressure to produce more content faster and cheaper. In theory, AI could help ease some of these burdens by automating certain repetitive tasks, potentially giving human artists more time to focus on the creative aspects that really matter. And to be fair, Ufotable and Aniplex aren't saying AI has zero place in the production pipeline. They acknowledged that AI might assist with technical processes. We're probably talking about things like in-betweening assistance, background generation for certain shots, animations, or other technical tasks that don't directly impact the creative vision. But here's the key distinction: assisting versus replacing. There's a huge difference between using AI as a tool to help human artists work more efficiently and using AI to replace human creativity altogether. Ufotable and Aniplex are firmly in the camp of keeping humans at the center of the creative process. Meanwhile, as Ufotable doubles down on traditional methods, other studios in the industry are taking different approaches. Some are actively testing AI to reduce costs and speed up production. We've seen experiments with AI-generated backgrounds, AI-assisted coloring, and even AI-generated in-between frame. The results have been mixed, to say the least. Some applications of AI have shown promise for specific technical tasks, but attempts to use AI more broadly in creative aspects have often resulted in something that feels off, uncanny, or lacking in the artistic soul that makes anime special. And this is where Ufotable's position becomes even more significant. By publicly rejecting the use of AI in their creative process, they're making a statement about what they value. They're saying that their identity, their artistic vision, and their commitment to handcrafted animation are not negotiable, even if it means higher costs or longer production times. This approach has clearly worked for them. Ufotable has established themselves as a reference in high-level traditional animation. When you see the Ufotable logo on a project, you know you're going to get a certain standard of quality. That reputation is built on years of human artists honing their craft and pushing the boundaries of what's possible with traditional animation techniques combined with thoughtful digital enhancement. So what does this mean for the future of anime? Well, I think we're going to see the industry split into different camps. On one side, you'll have studios like Ufotable that prioritize artistic integrity and human creativity, even if it means working within tighter constraints. On the other side, you'll have studios that embrace AI more fully to try to solve production challenges and reduce cost. And honestly, both approaches might have their place. Not every anime needs to be a theatrical masterpiece with movie-quality animation. Sometimes a series can succeed based on its story, characters, or other elements, even if the animation is more limited. If AI can help smaller studios produce decent-looking anime more efficiently, that might actually increase the diversity of stories that get told. But for the big, prestigious projects, for the films and series that are meant to be artistic landmarks, I think Ufotable's approach makes total sense. These are the projects where every frame matters, where the animation itself is a crucial part of the storytelling, where the goal is to create something that will be remembered and celebrated for years to come. The success of Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle proves that audiences are willing to support and pay for this kind of quality. In a world where we're increasingly surrounded by AI-generated content, there's something special about knowing that what you're watching was created by passionate human artists who dedicated themselves to their craft. I also think there's something important to consider about the cultural aspect of this. Anime is a distinctly Japanese art form with its own history, traditions, and aesthetics. Part of what makes anime special is that it represents a continuation of artistic traditions that go back decades. The techniques, the visual language, the attention to detail, these things are passed down from master animators to their apprentices, creating a living tradition. If studios start replacing human artists with AI, we risk losing that transmission of knowledge and skill. We risk creating a generation where fewer people actually know how to hand draw and animate at the highest level. And once that knowledge is lost, it's incredibly difficult to recover. Ufotable seems to understand this. By maintaining their commitment to human talent, they're not just creating great anime, they're also training the next generation of animators, preserving and advancing the craft for the future. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not saying that AI is inherently evil or that it has no place in creative industries. Technology has always been part of anime production, from the earliest cell animation techniques to modern digital compositing. The question isn't whether to use technology, but how to use it in a way that enhances rather than replaces human creativity. What Ufotable and Aniplex are doing is drawing a line and saying, this far and no further. They're saying that the human element, the emotional core, the artistic vision, these things are sacred and non-negotiable. And I think that's a position worth celebrating. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Ufotable and Aniplex's stance on AI? Do you agree that human talent should remain the priority in anime production? Or do you think AI could play a bigger role without compromising rising quality. Have you noticed differences between traditionally animated shows and those that use more AI assistance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're a Demon Slayer fan, what did you think of the Infinity Castle film? Has the success of this movie changed your perspective on the value of high-quality, handcrafted animation? If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on the latest anime news and industry developments, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos where we'll continue to cover important stories like this one. The debate over AI in anime is far from over, and as the technology continues to evolve, we'll see more studios making decisions about how they want to approach it. I'll be here to break down those developments and what they mean for fans like us. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.